my name is Samantha James. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Today we have a pick a card for you, and it's going to be no contact. Are they missing you? So this is for those of y'all who are in no contact or sporadic contact with someone you might be in separation with, and you just kind of want to know, like, are they missing you? Where is this going? What are they feeling? I feel like some of you have like a very spiritual and intuitive connection to your person, and you just want to see if you're reading the signs correctly, because we are in a Mercury and Venus retrograde and it's very hard to tell. So we have 3 piles for you today. We have pile number 1 with the raw lapis lazuli, pile number 2 with the tumbled angelite, and pile number 3 with the raw angelite. Now, if you're new to pick a cards, what you're going to do is pause the video and figure out whichever pile or crystal you're drawn to the most. Go down below in the description box, find your timestamp, and I'll see you all at your reading. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome. How are ya? I hope you are doing well. I have a new tarot deck I'm gonna use. It's the Moon and Stars Tarot. I'm so excited about it. I'm on cinematic mode, so it will go in and out of focus dependent on, you know, what I'm doing. Hopefully it focuses on the cards and not so much the candle. This is my New Beginnings candle. If you want to manifest new beginnings, it is lavender scent with a beautiful amethyst crystal in it that is hiding right now under the wax. But I'm so excited to announce my new candle is coming out. You're gonna see a preview of it in the next video, which is an 18+. All right, you guys, so this is a no contact video. We're talking about someone you might be in no contact with or sporadic contact with. Then the retrogrades are definitely not helping with communication in relationships and love. And then you will have the option to extend. The extension is going to be channeled messages. So I'm going to channel your person and like really try to literally get what they would say to you. But in this video, we're going to talk about, like, are they missing you? So like where their headspace is at, essentially. All right, you guys, so let's get into it. We have a Lover's Oracle, and it says transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. That's beautiful. All right. We have the 5th chakra, so that throat chakra, Archangel Gabriel. Blossoming abundance. Financial constraints in reverse. You might be seeing 333 a lot. Treasure Island. Flexible. You might be seeing 9s a lot, like 3 times 3 is 9. Is it? I was like, wait. We have chemistry. Reconciliation. All right, that's a good sign. And from my favorite deck of all time, the Alien Oracle, Kabbalah, Tree of Life, integration, life lessons, emanation, and alchemy, the Philosopher's Stone, infinity, destiny, and magic. Okay. All right. Let me make sure we are all in frame. Okay. No contact. Are they missing you? I definitely feel like the energy is transforming, and maybe that's why you're on this video, because like you probably feel it too, but you want to know if you're feeling the right things, because when we're in like these retrograde blocks, it really blocks our intuition. It's really hard to like read the signs or to know if we're reading the signs correctly. I want to pull some astrological oracle as well. We have Mars. Okay. So Aries and Jupiter. So 2 very chaotic planets. This could even just be kind of like symbolic of the fact that it's just, there are retrogrades and the planets are playing a role in sort of the chaos. I don't know. I want to like fit this in the frame. Okay. I do feel like, as I was saying, the energy is transforming. I feel like this person is going to come into contact with you, or there's going to be some sort of communication that comes to you soon. I feel like this person was really like invested in their career, their job, or their work, and it didn't really allow for them to hang out with you or to really communicate that properly. Or maybe they even felt for a while that they weren't sure if they could make something of this relationship because of their job or because of some sort of financial constraints. So this could be someone who's like away at the military. This could be someone who travels for work. This is someone who already is at a distance from you, and they're like a workaholic, and they're just like constantly tied to their job. Honestly, it could be any scenario in which there's something having to do with finances. It could just be that a lot of their self-worth and value is tied to their finances, and they felt really like they couldn't provide for you. They felt very invaluable, and until they got that situation situated, it was very hard for them to bring themselves to talking to you and communicating. But there's some sort of like blossoming abundance here, and it could just be that there's an overall shift in transformation, and that shift in transformation goes as far as like communication with you. It goes as far as like abundance coming into life. I feel like you guys have been very flexible with this person. I feel like you have been very understanding, and like part of me wants to say like spirit is gonna like reward you for that, and it's not like, well, it could be. I mean, I still have to pull tarot and see like what kind of nature of this connection this is on a spiritual level, but it's like maybe even spirit is like trying to help transform the energy here, because like you guys are meant to be together, and like you have really surrendered to divine timing. You have been very flexible, and so for that now you're being like rewarded. You're like, your patience is being rewarded, and you're being like given this person or a reconciliation. And I know that sounds kind of weird, like on the surface at least, because I'm having a hard time articulating what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to say like, oh, you know, good job, here's this person, but like kind of in a way, yes, if that makes any sense. Okay. And I feel like I should also, I don't want to play with you right now, cutie babe. It's always when I start talking. It's always when I start talking, you guys. Like, this is his Eskimo. It's really gross, and he keeps handing it to me. No, I don't want it. Thank you. Thanks, my cutie. I love you. He only does this when I'm on the phone or FaceTiming or starting a video. He's like, Mom. All right, so I'm really excited to use this deck. Let's see, you know, let's see, are they missing you? We have the Three of Pentacles. Okay, I don't, thank you. We have excitement. I'm gonna put these back just because they're all stuck together. Sorry, do you see that? These cards just like move real quick. Oh, thanks. People are like, good luck with a toddler, and I'm like, I already have one. Thanks. Like, I already do videos with a really just a toddler animal. Okay, so we have the Fool. All right, so I'm definitely sensing a new beginning, a change, an excitement in the wind, more equality and like working together. Good stuff, obviously, with this Treasure Island here, and reconciliation. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords. Wow, this deck is so awesome. And we have the Hermit. Okay. So I feel like okay, I feel like this person definitely is missing you for sure. I feel like this person is the one who's transforming. I think that you guys are the ones that have been patient and flexible. I think you guys are the ones who have been trying to manifest a reconciliation. But I feel like it takes two to tango. And I feel like this person recently has really adjusted themselves and their energy, allowing this to transform. And because they've made that decision, it could be that this decision's based off like some sort of bonus or raise or something happened with their abundance that allows them to not be at such a financial constraint and makes them feel more secure in coming towards you. And maybe finances play a factor in like literally traveling towards you, like buying a plane ticket and coming to see you. Or something of that nature. So it's like this person really didn't want to act, or they didn't want to really like tell you a bunch of sweet nothings. They're really more of a person of action, and they might have been in no contact with you because one, they were busy, but two, they also felt like blocked in communication and expressing themselves and saying, hey, like I don't feel good about myself, and like therefore it's hard for me to want a relationship or want to get things started with you. Because, you know, they rather like not saying anything than say that, because they didn't want to say that because none of it is a reflection of you. None of it was like there's something wrong with you. It was more like an internal conflict with themselves, Mars energy and Jupiter energy in their finances. So I think you guys, this person knows that you guys have a lot of chemistry and compatibility, and you would make really great partners. And I think this person sees a future with you. It has been missing you, and with Treasure Island wants to come towards you in a very special way. So I think this person is ready for a change. They're ready for a new beginning with you. I feel like they might also be a tiny bit nervous in like finally communicating with you, just because they're not sure like what your response will be with the Queen of Swords and the Hermit. They've seen that, you know, as much as they've been like isolating themselves from you, you've been doing it in return. So it's not like this person's not contacting you and you're contacting them constantly and you're being left on red. It's more like, okay, fine, I'll match your energy. You don't want to talk to me, I won't talk to you, like Queen of Swords energy and the Hermit. So I feel like you guys have been like more spiritual about it. You've been really focusing on yourself, like really focusing on surrendering. But this person is like kind of nervous because they're not reading this energy in a spiritual way, since they're not as spiritual as you. They're reading this more as like maybe he or she is mad at me. Maybe they like are sick of me. Maybe I'm too late. So this person's like, they're hoping that your destinies line up again. But they're feeling kind of like anxious and nervous about coming towards you, although they're very like excited for a change. They just feel like maybe they kind of took too long to come around. And it's not that they took too long. I do feel like you guys would be very forgiving of that, but it's that they didn't communicate their feelings. So they weren't like, during this kind of like taking their time thing, they weren't like, okay, like I really like you / love you, I just am insecure. Like they didn't like open up to you in that way. So it'll be very interesting to see the extended and like the channeled messages that come out, like what this person would say to you if there was just open communication. But it's like, I feel like you guys are just very forgiving people. So had they just communicated in the first place, this wouldn't even be an issue. Like you wouldn't be Queen of Swords. I feel like you guys really are naturally like the Empress style, and you are very nourishing and sweet. And I know this person knows that as well. And that's why they're still going to come towards you. That's why they want to contact you, and they haven't like given up regardless of their nerves. But I feel like this person just really like loves you, and they know that you are ideal. They know that you're a perfect person for any man or woman, and they just kind of feel like they're letting a lot of their insecurities drive their actions. We have the Six of Pentacles. I think this person, I think this person really wants to come towards you with a gift, with more stability. We have the Lovers coming out, the Chariot, and Justice. These are really beautiful. So this is really, I really love this deck. This is really significant cards because of all the major arcana. I feel like this is one of those like time will tell type of situations. And then of course, what they have to say to you in their channeling is also gonna matter. But it's like, there's definitely a decision to be made. And I feel like the power is in your hands at this point, group number one. They definitely want to come towards you with some sort of gift, some sort of communication where they really are speaking to you. And like, I have been throwing this for him just in and out, because so if you hear like a bounce every now and then, it's me throwing it to him. And like, ew, 2 hairs came out of it. Stop, Jackson. Ew. Oh my God. Stop throwing that on me. I don't want it. So yeah, I feel like this person wants to come to you with some sort of gift or some sort of like gift of communication, and you know, they're putting a lot of the power in your hands. Like, it's up to you with the Lovers to whether you move this forward or not. We have the Chariot, and I feel like, stop, leave me alone. With Justice, I feel like, you know, there's a lot of balance coming back to this connection, this like restoration. And kind of what I was talking about earlier, it could even be because you guys have been the one surrendering. You've been the one that have been very flexible about this. So I want to pull some timeline cards. Don't get like daunted by them. There's a whole range of timelines here. Excuse me, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're just being kind of naughty, huh? Okay, so like, when is this person going to communicate with you? When is this person going to communicate with you? We have a couple months. Okay. So it could be that they're going to communicate with you in a couple months. It could also be that they are going to communicate with you soon. And in a couple months is when you're going to have this reconciliation. So it looks really good. I mean, these cards are really, really good. I definitely feel like this person is coming to their own sort of truth. And there is definitely some magical elements to the connection for sure. All right, so I'm gonna extend this. In the extension, we're gonna do channeled messages, and we're gonna see what this person would say to you. So what would they say to you if there was just like open communication? But yeah, this person's definitely missing you, and I don't think they are trying to be in no contact because they're like petty and dislike you. I think a lot of it is, 1, they're not even that great at communicating to begin with. 2, they're like a workaholic. And then 3, they're also like insecure because they see you as very superior in comparison to you. All right, so I'm gonna extend this. That is linked down below. In the meantime, however, stay safe, stay healthy. I love you, and I'll see you in the extended. Hello, group number 2. Welcome. If you chose the Tumbled Angel Light, this is for you. All right, you guys. So we're going to be talking about a no contact situation. I'm burning my New Beginnings candle. It smells like lavender, and it has a beautiful amethyst crystal in it. All right. So no contact. Does your person, are they missing you? And then you will have the option to extend. The extension is going to be channeled messages from your person. So I'm just going to do like a channeling session. What if there was open communication? What would they say to you? So for your Lovers Oracle, we have only time will tell. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. We have the Thinking Woman. We have Door to Romance in reverse. I really like these cards. I read them in reverse because they just seem to be the only oracle that really pops out in reverse. So I just feel like it's there's a reason for it. If I'm remembering correctly, I think the book reads reversals too. We have To the Sea. All That Glitters. Deception and You Deserve Love. For your alien oracle, we have Starseed and Reptilians. Okay. I want to pull some astrological oracle, figure out their sign. We have Cancer. So you could be a Cancer, they could be a Cancer, Gemini. You could be a Gemini, they could be a Gemini. You both could be both or have those placements in your chart. Nice. All right. Okay. No contact. Are they missing you? Let me make sure we can see everything. So, yeah, this is definitely no contact. There's a lot of thinking and strategic maneuvering going on. It's like one of those things where you're like trying to assess a situation and you're trying to like maybe not read into, maybe like you're watching a lot of tarot videos, trying not to read into it, but you're like trying to figure out what they're thinking, what your next move should be. Should you talk to them? Should you post a sexy photo on social media? It's like very interesting because there's sort of like a survivalist instinct in this connection. And I feel like there's a lot of memories of like really good times. It's like, I feel like Gemini Cancer, whether you guys have that in your chart or not, is popping up as like a duality. Like the Gemini was the fun time that you guys had. And then the Cancer is like now reflection and memories and thinking on like, you know, this no contact and like what's going on, and just like there's a lot of just like what is happening, trying to like read between the lines. You could probably feel this person's energy. It's very frustrating. I'm like trying to articulate how you like this situation, and I can see how frustrating it is. A very cat and mouse game, like, because you know, and the only reason it's that way is because you know this person has feelings for you, but it's like they're not acting or speaking on them, and they've really retreated with To the Sea. And also probably won't even admit them with this deception, like they're wearing a false mask. Don't even play me right now, Jackson. So there's this like memory of the great times that you guys have spent together, but it's like, what is going to happen? It's hard to say. So no contact. Are they missing you? I'm very excited to use this beautiful deck. This is the Moon and Stars Tarot. I was using it for the channeling in group number 1's extended, and it's so beautiful. I just love it. And I don't always use new decks for channeling sessions because I like to be like familiar with it, but I feel comfortable with this deck. Really liked it. Okay, we have, wow. Yeah, I mean, we have 3 of Swords in reverse. Heartbreak. There could have been heartbreak at this, you know, in the past, you know, quite literally, like maybe the no contact is because this person's like an ex, and this is someone that you guys broke up, you decided to part ways, but you just want to know, like, are they missing you? Okay. Death. Things could have been ended for a long time, or maybe they never officially came to an end. It was just like almost a very explosive, like, heartbreak, realization, fuck this, I can't deal with this anymore. and then for your own survival you had to dip, or you know what I'm saying? It's kind of this like, you think about them every now and then. They definitely think about you. I feel like you miss them and you want to know if they miss you. It could have been something great, but it's like all that glitters isn't always gold. That kind of energy. I hope I'm reading that correctly. King of Swords, sitting on their high horse, not communicating, not talking about their feelings, not like opening up, not being vulnerable, like in any way, shape, or form, withholding this knowledge from you. They're very tyrannical. They're the reptilian here. You guys are the starseed. You're just over here trying to be like little light workers, little empaths, and they're over here just being like very egotistical, I feel like. And by egotistical, I don't mean like they're all like narcissistic. They could be, and like, I'm great. But egotistical is they're thinking from the ego, not from their heart space. Everything is always strategy to them. And this person likes to play games for sure. They could be a Gemini. Lovers, again, Gemini. But decisions here, decisions on like, on what? I'm like, on what? Because for some of you, this is like in the past, like you don't want them back. But does this person miss you? I'm even having a tough time pulling because their immaturity. Because the Knight of Wands, I'm having a tough time pulling myself because it's like, that's how shielded they are. King of Wands and King of Swords. They're so like, you know, closed off. Even Cancer, like just closed off within, retreating into their shell to the sea. Like this person, deception, like wearing a false mask. Like they're very frustrating. I can see how this was difficult because I do see that there was a good time. Like there's a lot of compatibility, there's a lot of chemistry, a lot of sparks were flying, but it's like, to be able to read between the lines, it's like this person was just like a full ass game. And very immature at that, because obviously they were really thinking with their ego. We have Emperor. So it's like they just, and I like the Emperor usually, but in this reading, I'm getting it more as like they just used their good looks, their wits, all that great stuff for bad. Like they kind of were just a fuckboy or fuckgirl, and that they're just very immature when it comes to love and relationships. Like they have a tough time being in a full-on commitment relationship with anybody. This is someone who just like wants what they want and they want to get it. Like if they want something, they're gonna get it. And it's like they don't really have much. It's like structure is the bottom line here for the Emperor card, but I don't think they have much structure. I actually think the opposite. I think this person just kind of like goes where the wind blows them. Yeah, we have the Devil. They could even have like some addictions or a problem with addiction. They could be someone who struggles with that, and they're not really in a place where they're doing anything to help themselves. So I'm not answering your question. Do they miss you? Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. They miss you from a place that's not that emotional. They miss you like from like a sexual perspective. Like they miss fucking you or fucking with you. And they think that you're super attractive and that was like a big L. But like they're not missing you in the way that you guys want to be missed. I think at one point they did have a little bit of heartbreak over the situation, which they've since kind of like put in the back of their mind and put in the past. It's almost like they felt, now look at the situation as like that was a bunch of drama, or that was like not fun. And I'm not trying to trigger anyone by saying that. I definitely want to be honest, but I think it's more so just like enlightening to their immaturity and their lens and how they look at things from a stupid perspective. So I think this person And when people look back on things as like that was drama or this or that, it's their own way of like deflecting, I really feel like. So that's really interesting. But yeah, I feel like this person is just really immature, and I feel like they just kind of came in like a wrecking ball, like really hearing that song by Miley Cyrus and just really fucked shit up. And I think it was great while it lasted, but then it just easily became too much. So I think that what you guys have left is, you know, memories of the good times. And I also feel like there is a sense of strategy still in play in the works, and that maybe this person, or maybe you purposely post a photo that you know they're going to see, and you try to do this and they try to do that. But there's just like a overall kind of sense here that it doesn't feel like anything really came to a sense of completion. It doesn't really feel like you guys ended things mutually. It just kind of feels like it like either was a big explosive fight or it just faded into oblivion. So it's very interesting energetically, like what is coming out. I feel like I don't know if this is going to come full circle, because we have the World in reverse. So it's like, I don't really know what the future holds for this. It seems like only time will tell is what the Lovers card is saying. Okay, let's pull some timeline. Like, is this person going to contact you? If so, when? Is this person going to contact you? If so, when? We have divine timing. Wow, that's so ridiculous. So yeah, I feel like you guys have gotten that message a lot, like divine timing, only time will tell. It's hard to say. It's very hard to say. But we're going to extend this, and in the extension, we're going to pull channeled messages. So we're going to see what this person would say to you. No mask, no walls, just open communication. I'm going to channel them, and that is going to be linked down below. In the meantime, however, stay safe, stay healthy. I love you, and I will see you guys in the extended. Hello, group number 3. Welcome. If you chose the raw angelite, this is for you. All right, how to get the camera to not move. Okay. All right. So this is a no contact video. We are going to be talking about your person, whether or not they miss you, and you will have the option to extend. The extension is going to be channeled messages from your person. So that will be linked down below. But to start off, I have pulled some oracle for you, and we are going to start with our Lovers oracle. We have sexual union. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. All right. We have walking away, man holding a heart, door to personal healing and happiness. You guys got a lot of these. Goddess of the moon, soulmates, no place like home in reverse, you guys got a lot of cards in general. Flirt, trust, and religious factors. We got 2 alien cards, Nagas and Arcturians. All right. I'm burning my New Beginnings candle. It is lavender scent with an amethyst crystal. And I have this amazing new tarot deck, the Moon and Stars Tarot. I absolutely love it. Okay. Well, just first impression with sexual union and flirt and nagas. I feel like you guys had a very sexual relationship and connection. Maybe it was even supposed to be friends with benefits, and then it like led to something more and it wasn't supposed to. Let me pull some astrological oracle, get a sign. You have Scorpio. There you go. What are you running around for? What you doing? So you could be a Scorpio, they could be a Scorpio, or Libra. You could be a Libra, they could be a Libra. Okay. So, do they miss you? So you guys are no contact. Maybe you walked away from this person to find your own personal healing and happiness. I feel like whoever walked away from whoever, like if they walked away from you, you definitely still have feelings for them and like miss them, or you're holding their heart or your heart. Or vice versa. If you walked away from them, they definitely miss you and like still have so much love for you. With Goddess and the Moon, I feel like this is a heavy spiritual relationship. There's definitely no contact here with that King of Swords in reverse, and it's because this person is blocked. They have a tough time expressing their feelings to you, and it could even be like both of you together, but you're both not like working. I don't think you guys are working to like, well, not to be like you guys aren't making this work, but I don't think that you guys are like actively trying to like be with each other. Where it's like, you know, whereas group number one, for example, it seemed like a situation where the no contact was because of like a job. This one seems like on purpose, like you both have chosen kind of different paths. Like you, the viewer, could have chosen healing and happiness and walked away from them because they weren't giving you what you needed and what you wanted, and they could have let you walk away because they have a tough time expressing their feelings and maybe even articulating the nature of this connection because it is so deep and so powerful and so profound, and it's maybe something that they weren't expecting. Maybe this was supposed to be just a friends with benefits situation and it ended up being something a lot more. There could also already be distance to begin with, where religious factors is literal, like you guys come from completely different countries or cultural backgrounds, and so it would be difficult to be with each other to begin with. But you're definitely not even like on a friendship talking basis right now. Yeah, there's a hermit energy here. Like no one is talking, like either party is not talking to each other. Let me take a sip of water. I feel like this person from time to time is really concerned about you or gets concerned about you. I feel like you'll always have a place in their heart. This person reflects back on like the sexual memories that you guys have together, and they reflect back on like the good times that you had in the bedroom, that kind of thing. I feel like this person definitely to this day still finds you to be very, very attractive, and I think they kind of look for you in other people as well, like moving forward. They really, yeah, they really think you're beautiful. And I feel like with the Tower here, there's just sort of a need for transformation individually. And it's a spiritual thing. And it could have been that you guys met each other and felt this very profound connection because maybe you had known each other before, but maybe it was not as profound as like your mates for this lifetime. It was just like you guys were supposed to meet and teach each other some sort of lesson so that you both could ascend. Maybe things moved really quickly and then all of a sudden they fell off and stagnated. But I feel like you guys, the viewer, chose to walk away for your own kind of spiritual enhancement. And like, that was probably a really difficult decision, but I feel like it was for your own betterment. So does this person miss you? I definitely feel like this person misses you. Like I said, I feel like they look for you in other people. Like they still, it's almost like they kind of are judgmental towards other people, or they compare other people to you. Like, oh, they're not as pretty as group number 3, or oh, their tits aren't as nice, or their dick isn't as big, or whatever it is. Like, oh, they're not them. And like, they're kind of harsh with like other or new people because they felt like you were their perfect look, like everything about you is perfect. It just like didn't work out. They also appreciated like your spirituality, kind of the lessons that you taught them through spirituality. But I feel like this person, they miss you, but they're not gonna, I don't know if they're gonna communicate with you again. So let's see, like, will this person reach out to you? And when will this person reach out to you? I'm gonna pull like a timeline card. Will this person reach out to you in 1 month? Okay, so possibly. It could be because of just the nature of the connection, reaching out to you in a sexual way. It could even be that they're going to reach out to you after Mercury retrograde and Venus retrograde are no longer in retrograde, allowing them to kind of come closer to you or move closer to you. In the extended, we're going to channel this person, do the channel messages, and see what they would say to you. Like if it was all just open communication, if it was just kind of like on the surface. I definitely feel like you guys were from completely different racial backgrounds or cultural backgrounds, but there's this kind of like duality here. I feel like this person trusted you more than they've trusted anyone else before, and that's why like they're still kind of holding your heart, or you still have their heart. Like they will, like if you came back to them, I feel like because you walked away, they like have a tough time like wanting to come towards you. If you came back to them, they'd surely like accept you back. And maybe even after like a month, they're just going to be like, okay, fuck it. Like, I'm just going to hit group number 3 up and see what happens. But there seems to be like ending with the world, some sort of full circle thing coming, whether that means a reconciliation or whether that means coming back into a sexual union. I do feel like this person has stayed their distance in no contact because they respect you and they respect your healing and they respect kind of the spiritual route that you took. But I do think they feel like things are kind of like uneven and they wish they could come back with some balance. And it could be with soulmates that they feel like you guys are soulmates, or they could feel like such a profound connection to you that they're like starting to question their spirituality in themselves. And they're like, maybe I do believe in soulmates, or, you know, I feel like this wasn't a coincidence that we met. But I feel like this person is having a tough time trusting their inner voice and their intuition on this, and maybe that's why it's going to take a month for them to contact you, because it's like there's a lot of blockages with the retrogrades, especially if you're not like, you haven't ascended or you're not spiritually like aware. So you especially just don't, it just feels very chaotic, like you really don't know what's going on. But yeah. I feel like this person trusts you a lot and they feel safe with you. I don't know. There's just a huge kind of energy of that. There could be even like like I said, a huge distance in that you're from different countries, and the world here could represent traveling towards each other. I feel like things kind of felt like when you walked away, it wasn't an easy decision, and it definitely hurt them to the point of heartbreak. And it's like things were just really intense. And it could have been that this connection happened very fast, but it still just seemed to like get very intense gradually. But I feel like it never really officially ended. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like therefore it could begin again almost, or there could be this reconciliation. This person like honestly wouldn't want to deal with any of this with anyone else, but they seem to be very tied to you and very like kind of obsessed with you. And that's kind of like what holds them towards you. So yeah, so that's what I'm seeing here. Now I'm gonna do the extended. I'm gonna pull channeled messages. So I'm gonna channel your person and see what they would say to you and just do a channeling session. You know, if all the walls were down, what would they say? Because I feel like at this point, as far as like reading the energy, there's not much else to say, like read, but this person probably has a lot to say to you. And that's what I'm very curious about. So that's linked down below, you guys. In the meantime, however, stay safe, stay healthy. I love you. And I will see you in the extended.